We get a couple days to, one, get ourselves healthy, and two, attack some of the details and fundamentals of what we do schematically on both sides of the football, and then prepare ourselves for a truly great test against a tremendous Ball State team, which is extremely well coached and really playing extremely well right now. We've played 9 straight weeks. Our guys have played a lot of football. Our football games have certainly been close, so the guys that have been starters have played a lot of the time. And so the one nice thing is it comes at a good time to give those guys a chance to maybe get a day or two where we can regroup ourselves. And then the second thing is anytime you get any time in football, I think one of the things that you really go back to is attacking the details and the fundamentals of who you are, offensively, defensively, and special teams wise. And so I think it's a great time to do those things, and we look forward to that. We're in one of those conferences that week in and week out, it is going to be a close football game. You see it across the board, and I think that piece of the puzzle is something that we've worked so hard to develop here, because it's not easy to win Division I football games, and it's not easy to win those close ones. And I think that's what we had to really try to figure out, because when you sit back and you look at where we were the last couple of years, you know, when we played well and maybe had big leads, we won those football games, but it was those close football games, those games that were right down to the end, right down to the wire. You know, those were areas that we had to find ways to improve on how to be successful in those games. And special teams, I think, has been a huge part of that, you know, being able to develop and be successful and consistent in there. And then, you know, I really believe the player ownership has been tremendous in those things. And that poise piece of the puzzle, that's the key to the whole deal. This will be the second year, you know, where we've played primarily weekday games in November. And so I think one of the nice things is we've been there. You know, it's not like a surprise or we don't know how to deal with it. So we've been in this situation before, and I think what I like is at least we got a couple days. We need a couple days to step back, to kind of get healthy, to let our guys you know, heal a little bit before we get into this November push. So, you know, I guess from my standpoint, it's great to play on national television. It's great to get your program out there and let the country see what you look like at this time of year. And I think it's probably great for this conference, because the Mid-American Conference race is probably going to develop right in front of everybody's eyes on national television. So I think it's great for our conference. It's certainly great for our university. And, you know, for our kids' standpoint, it'll be something that we know how to adjust with. We're becoming a football team, and I told our kids that on Sunday. It's not about the offense. It's not about the defense. It's not about special teams. It's about how do we win games collectively as a team, and that's what we're doing. We're playing great team football.
A lot of it is like what Coach says, the player ownership. We have to sometimes look back at everything we sacrificed for the season, all the time and everything we put into the season. We came too far to just let it slip away. Now we got too much at stake right now, and basically everything we want right now is right there in front of us. So we just got to keep going at it and try to finish the game strong. We can't look past Northern Illinois, because if we don't beat Ball State, then it's really our season could be over. We can't get our goal to the MAC championship. So right now we're focusing on Ball State right now, and trying to come up with a game plan to become successful.
We played a lot of up-tempo offenses and a lot of no-huddle offenses, and like teams that come out and huddle at you. So I think we'll be prepared once the coaching staff gets the game plan down and we have time to go over it. But Ball State has a high dynamic offense. They show a lot of different formations and have a lot of great players out there. They got some power backs, some speed backs. They got some speed receivers, some big receivers, and a whole senior offensive line. So they're a ready group, and I know they're going to try to run the ball and pass the ball, but all we got to do is stick to our game plan. I'm sure we can do what we got to do.